Imagine spending hours swiping right on dating apps, carefully crafting messages, and updating your profile. Yet days go by with maybe 1 or 2 matches if you're lucky. Sound familiar? You're not alone, and you're not doing anything wrong. The numbers tell a shocking story. The average man on Tinder gets about 0.5% matches from his swipes. That means for every 200 swipes, he gets 1 match. Meanwhile, the average woman gets a match rate of over 10%. That's a 20 times difference. So what's really going on here? Let's start with the most fundamental problem, the gender ratio. Dating apps have way more men than women. Studies show that roughly 75% of Tinder users are male. On some platforms, it's even worse. Bumble sits around 70% male, while apps like Hinge hover near 65%. This creates a massive supply and demand imbalance. When you have 3 men competing for every woman, the math simply doesn't work in men's favor. But the ratio alone doesn't explain the full story. The way men and women use these apps is completely different. Research shows that men swipe right on about 50 to 60% of profiles they see. Some studies put this number even higher. Women, on the other hand, swipe right on only 5 to 15% of profiles. This creates what economists call a market inefficiency. Men are essentially casting a wide net, hoping something sticks. Women are being highly selective because they can afford to be. Now here's where it gets interesting. Dating app algorithms aren't neutral. They're designed to keep you engaged, not necessarily to find you matches. These platforms use something called an elo score, similar to chess rankings. When you first join, your profile gets shown to many people. The app watches how others respond to you. If you get lots of right swipes and matches, your score goes up. Your profile gets shown to more people and to users with higher scores. If you get mostly left swipes, your score drops. Your profile gets buried, shown to fewer people or those with lower scores. Men face another brutal reality. Because they swipe right so frequently, the algorithm interprets this as desperation. The system thinks if you like everyone, you're lower value, so it shows your profile to fewer people. It's a vicious cycle. You're not getting matches, so you swipe more. But swiping more actually hurts your visibility. Meanwhile, women who are selective get rewarded by the algorithm with higher visibility. There's also the attention economy problem. When women do match with someone, they often have dozens or hundreds of other matches waiting. A study found that the top 10% of men get 60% of all likes from women. The bottom 50% of men compete for just 5% of likes. This creates a winner-takes-all dynamic. A small number of men get most of the attention, while the majority struggle for scraps. Profile quality matters more than most men realize. Research shows that women spend significantly more time curating their profiles. They choose better photos, write more detailed bios, and update their profiles regularly. Many men use poor quality photos, group shots where you can't tell who they are, or pictures that are years old. Women can afford to be picky, so they filter out profiles that don't meet their standards instantly. There's also a psychological component. Women face genuine safety concerns on dating apps. They receive inappropriate messages, deal with harassment, and worry about meeting strangers. This makes them naturally more cautious and selective. Men often don't consider how their profiles might trigger these concerns. A shirtless bathroom selfie might seem confident to you, but could signal red flags to potential matches. The paradox of choice plays a role too. When women have hundreds of matches, decision fatigue sets in. They become even more selective or stop responding altogether. Many women report feeling overwhelmed by the sheer volume of attention. They match with someone, but before starting a conversation, 10 more matches appear. Your message gets lost in an endless queue. Location and demographics matter enormously. In cities with more men than women, like San Francisco or Seattle, the competition intensifies. Age plays a factor too. Men typically swipe on women younger than them, while women often prefer men slightly older. This creates age brackets where competition becomes fierce. So what does all this mean? The dating app experience for most men isn't a reflection of their worth or attractiveness. It's a systemic issue created by gender ratios, algorithm design, and behavioral patterns. Understanding these mechanics doesn't fix the problem, but it does explain why your experience isn't unique. The system itself is designed in a way that creates this outcome. You're not failing. The game is just incredibly difficult to win.